spin cycle. JB Chairman Borash, and I dare say that what you are about to witness will be the greatest spin cycle of all time. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we have assembled what may be our best panel ever. First off, out of the gate, the man who founded this place, for heaven's sake, the king of the mountain, Jeff Jarrett. JB. Not nearly enough. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, also making his first appearance on the spin cycle. What an honor it is to have the icon Sting. A lot of people would probably label him the greatest manager of all time. I'm saying that's not giving him enough credit because behind the scenes he does amazing things too. Please welcome Mr. Jim Cornette.
Hey! Are you getting paid for this? Are all these people getting paid? Get back to work! What's the matter with you people? Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm trying to take care of this for you.
And up next, the man who has announced every single episode of TNA Impact, every pay-per-view since the beginning of this company. 7 years ago, I'm talking about D-Dub Don West. Very mixed response to Mr. West, but gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you for not only being here, but the contribution you've made to make TNA Wrestling what it is today, and we're celebrating 7 years as a company. It's an amazing thing. Looking back over the last 7 years, I got to know right off the bat, your favorite moment in TNA history, looking back. Everybody's had a lot of things go on in their careers here. Let's look back over the last 7 years. Your favorite moment for yourself personally here in TNA Wrestling. Let's take her for a spin. Start with you down the end, Don West. What do you say?
Without a doubt, JB, being here on the spin cycle for the very first time, his very first spin cycle, the icon Sting.
Yeah!
And of course, you too, Jeff. Being there with you. No, actually, just still having a job for 7 years is my greatest moment here in TNA, is what I want to say.
Just having a job.
Being here,
buddy,
every day.
Can't beat being here at work. There's no doubt about it. You know, when you talk about being at a job, sometimes we look at each other and say, are we actually getting paid to do this? And it's an amazing thing to be part of. Jim Cornette, what do you think? Your favorite moment here in TNA Wrestling? My
favorite moment in TNA Wrestling since I've been here would have had to have been undoubtedly my first night here, Slammiversary 06, because it was my first night here.
And look what he's done since then.
And look what I've done since then. I started up here, and I've propelled myself steadily downward ever since.
Sting, what do you think? Favorite moment for you in TNA?
You know what? I have a few of them, and both of them have to do with the fans, actually, because the very first time that I should back it up and say that when Jeff, you and your dad, when you guys called and asked me to come in, and I can't even remember what year it was, but, you know, I said, I've been gone for 5 years. You know, I thought the fans would have forgotten, but when I walked through the curtain in the asylum and the reaction, it was huge, and that really... No, I'm serious. Well, okay. No. That one right there is the other moment that has to do with the fans. You know, the first time I walked in here, and they said, "You still got it." You know, I'm sure that there was a plant that fixed that all up for me, but still, I'll take it. Sounded good.
Sounded good. Jeff Jarrett, moment most proud of.
Wow, a lot of them.
Favorite moment?
I don't know, boy, a lot of them. Probably first thing that comes to my mind would be the day that we signed the Spike deal. We had a lot of positive momentum going. That was a tough summer, but it probably the day that we signed the Spike deal, I knew that we were well on our way.
Mm-hmm. Certainly were. And since then, obviously, the rest is history, obviously. It's interesting. I think there's a difference between maybe your favorite moment that you're most proud of when you look at the last 7 years. For TNA itself, I know, for example, my hands down most proudest moment in this company was going out there at Wembley Arena in front of our largest crowd ever and hearing them sing the AJ Styles theme song. You know, being able to travel across the pond thousands of miles and seeing our biggest crowd ever was just, wow, this is how far we've come. I was really proud of the company. What moment over the last 7 years are you most proud of for TNA? And then I'm going to follow it up with a question about a moment you're least proud of here. What moment are you most proud of here in TNA Wrestling?
I think actually the moment that I'm most proud of is not only, like I said, my re-debut, because I had been off national television for quite some time when TNA was nice enough to call me and ask me to come in, but also I think the debut of the 2-hour program, prime time, 2-hour, back on national television. I think that would have to be the proudest moment. I hate to echo Jeff's words and give Spike TV all the credit when actually it's our talent that made us what we are today. But I think that would have to be the most proud.
Jeff Jarrett.
Wow, another one. A lot of things come to my mind. Probably Bound for Glory in Chicago. I'd wrestled since I was April of '86 and really never taken a break. Wrestled many years, but when I took that 2-year break. And stepping into the ring against Kurt Angle, I thought I'd bitten off a little more than I could chew, but I went out there. I'm definitely proud of that moment, proud of that match, because I thought we delivered on all aspects.
That was the first time I remember everybody not being nervous for you, but having a lot of anxiety about you coming back, and knowing that you knew that there was a lot of pressure on you.
Yes.
And so when the match was outstanding, I think everybody was
I was ecstatic.
Yeah,
that's for damn sure.
No doubt about it. Sting, most proud of.
You know what? It's also going to be a Bound for Glory thing. Bound for Glory 06. It was against Jeff.
Sure.
World title match. Kurt was the guest referee that night, or enforcer, whatever. And so that was a good moment for me.
Don West, most proud of.
It's going to sound like a broken record, but Bound for Glory in Chicago, for a few reasons, and Jeff mentioning his, just to be on the straight side, that was an unbelievable moment because we were all so anxious about it. But you know, as when I get introduced, you know, there's a lot of mixed reactions.
Some people can't stand you, and other people absolutely hate you.
That's exactly right. But it was neat. But it was funny because you know, you don't care about any other place because it's all part of your persona. But in Chicago, deep down, that's my hometown. So I really wanted and when it was announced, that was one of the buildings that it was like, you know, such a positive reaction, and there was a big section there of people from home that came, and that was probably
I counted 13.
12. One of them, yeah. But I do want to tell you another moment. This is just funny because I've talked to some of the guys, and Abyss comes to mind about a particular incident that we just had recently, and it's not to do a sell, but be watching for it coming up here around Slammiversary. We just did a photo shoot of a bunch of us, and you'll be seeing it here, that were at the asylum that 7 years later are still here today, and a bunch of the past, and standing there in that picture with all the people that did it. That was a proud moment. It was a really neat feeling, and I know, you know, you got to be in it, Jeff, but that was a neat feeling.
We have a question from studio audience. Wait a minute. Is that Mick Foley in the audience? Mick Foley!
I know it's a little bit unusual. It's my first time in the studio audience, and I'm really loving it. I just want to go on record as saying, JB, you make Gene Okerlund look subtle.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. I heard some talk about the asylum, and I just want to say that maybe my proudest moment was recognizing that I had some built-up aggression, some frustration, things I've been holding in, maybe preventing me from being as good a dad, as good a husband, as good a TNA World Champion as I could possibly be. And when I let all that aggression out on Jeff Jarrett in the asylum, I felt like a new man.
Wait a minute, come on, is that right? Is that...
Hey, listen, with everything we've been through, I want to introduce you to my fifth child. Daphne has been doing a great job providing love and attention, and can I, for the first time? Oh, look at that little face. Oh, aren't you a beautiful boy?
All right, okay.
Hey, Jeff, I want to say, listen, when this suspension's over, we're back to business as usual, and to show the respect and admiration I have for you, I'm giving you a title shot at Bound for Glory.
Let me get this straight. You're offering Jeff Jarrett a title shot at Bound for Glory 2009.
Oh, hell no. Jumping the gun a little bit. Bound for Glory 2010. Oh! Yeah! Yes!
You're unbelievable.
The founder versus the shareholder.
All right.
What a match it's going to be. But have a great show.
He'll be here all week. All right, very nice.
Enjoy the waitress tip the veal. Thank you very much, Mick.
What about the fact that, well, everybody up here on this panel has a good career in professional wrestling, a lot of years spent doing what they're doing. I would imagine, though, over the course of time, there may have been a moment that may have been embarrassing that happened to you in your career. Maybe a moment you're least proud of. We talked earlier about the most proud moment you have. Maybe there's a least proudest moment you have in your career, and something comes to mind. I want to hear about it. Let's take her for a spin right now and start with Jim Cornette.
Well, you know, professional wrestling is filled with ups and downs. Sometimes I was main event in the Superdome with the Midnight Express, and I was main event in Wartburg, Tennessee. But, you know, I think the least proud moment of my entire career has to be that fateful day when I did what I said I would never do, when I had to bite the bullet, swallow my pride, and join the evil empire and work for Vince McMahon. And I'd just like to say that please, let's give it up for Vince. And I was there for a while, and I enjoyed it about as much as I enjoyed that time I was in jail in Baton Rouge, and it came to an end, and I've never been happier, and my blood pressure went down. Life is too short to have anyone named McMahon in mind.
All right. How about your least proudest moment, maybe an embarrassing moment, Don West?
I'll tell you what jumps out to me. I had a big family reunion not too long ago, and I mean, we had uncles, aunts, and you know that it's kind of cool what we do, you know. So we're having the Don West moment, and I had the year one TNA DVD in hand, you know, and I want to show you guys kind of where we came from, and it's an awesome DVD, by the way. And we played through that, and then everybody, well, let's see some of the matches. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, not thinking about how absolutely horrible that I was those first few matches, and with my lack of knowledge at the time and everything about it. And we had all this big family, put him in, and I'm like, okay, wait till you hear this zinger I got coming up here. You know, we put it in. All I'm in is, all right. Well, that was cool. Great punch. And I thought, oh, somebody turn that off right now.
So
but
that was last week's program.
Open the door wide open for that one.
you throw him a softball, and hopefully at his age he can still hit it.
No age jokes, please.
All right. What about the fact that Jeff Jarrett, you've had an amazing career. I'm sure there may have been a moment or two that was a little embarrassing.
Yep. The three of us have wrestled literally all over the world, and we've big towns, like you said, the Garden, and little bitty towns. There was a town in Missouri. We were on a tour working for my father's promotion, but based out of Dallas, and we were somewhere right on the Oklahoma border of Missouri, somewhere out there. There was 12 guys on the card and a referee. And we literally, the old saying goes, we outnumbered the fans. Literally, I wrestled in front of 8 people. 8 paying customers. 12 guys on the card. We literally outnumbered it. That was...
At least you knew if you had it right, you had things covered.
Good God. Yeah. Wow. Makes you appreciate these days, Dale.
It sure does. Sting, what do you think?
It'd have to be, you know, first and foremost, sitting next to Don West on my very first spin cycle. Just kidding, buddy. I'm teasing you. I didn't really mean it.
No, it's okay, buddy.
No, you remember the Shockmaster story?
Oh, who doesn't remember the
Shockmaster!
Oh man, he was tugboat first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's what, 300 and some pounds, 6'6" or 6'7". Yeah, man. And then Dusty wanted to make him just this big powerhouse, you know, babyface guy, and he had to bust through this wall. And I was standing there with, I believe Booker was there too, but I was there with Davey Boy and I. We were both. He crashed through this thing and he got all tripped up and he fell, I mean, face first into all the wood and the corrugated, whatever it was that they used, and he slid across the floor. The crowd just...
Did the helmet come off?
Yeah, the helmet went. He had a construction helmet off. That thing went all over the place, and the crowd just kind of went crazy. And you know, the first thing I'm trying to figure out is, you know, what can you possibly do with this situation? How can you salvage this character? And the only thing that you could do is have him trip on every show, or something like that. And I think they tried that a couple times, but it did not work.
He couldn't trip well.
Yeah.
But you were telling us a story about actually you tripped one time.
Oh yeah, that was Daytona Beach, and we were Dusty was booking at the time, and we're beginning with this brand new, you know, grand entrances and the tunnel and lighting and smoke and music and everything else, and the steel barricade that goes around the ring where the wrestlers actually walk through and enter. There was a bar about that high off the ground that, you know, all the guys would come back and they'd say, watch out for that bar when you go through, you know. So I was aware of it, no problem. This is a blonde, flat top, you know, haircut Sting, and I'm walking to the ring and I'm high-fiving all the fans and all this, and I get right up to that thing, and there was one fan that got right in my ear like this. He said, Sting, you suck, right in my ear. And he distracted me just long enough for my foot to catch that bar. And I fell like a tree all the way down like this. Jackie Crockett had the camera. He followed me all the way down to the ground like this. I said, Jackie, get that camera off of me. And he says, oh, sorry, Sting. And he pulls the camera off of me, and he's talking to they're talking to him through the earphone, and he says, Sting, they want to do it again. So I said, no. I had to do it again. So I had to walk back through the tunnel, redo the smoke, redo the lights, redo the music, and walk through again.
Did they want to do the entrance again or the trip again?
It was back when, you know, wrestling fans, they still had it was a little more respectful, I guess is the only way to say it, you know. So they didn't laugh. Maybe a couple of them. But it got real quiet.
I bet the boys
silence.
had fun.
Oh, you know they were laughing.
Well, certainly everything that has led up to Slamversary has been very exciting. We have the
JB.
I believe we've got a question from somebody in the studio audience.
Hey, JB.
Mr. McFoley.
Yes. It's a world champ.
Yes.
I'd like to point out, it's ironic because Sting tripped at Sacrifice too. And I know because I fell down with him. His foot got caught in my shirt and we both fell down. And the fact that we pulled together, the four of us, right, Donnie? You were there, right? And I think the fact that we pulled together, what we did, we set the bar so low that from that moment on, everything Sting and I did was gold. So,
What a match it was.
lesson to be learned. But there's a little story. There's a famous segment I was in called This Is Your Life.
Sure.
A few years later, The Rock I decided to give a This Is Your Life for The Rock. We introduced a former teacher of mine who is now an elderly woman. The Rock was insinuating there was more than a teacher-pupil relationship there. He insinuated that when the woman said that she made her pie available for all the neighborhood kids, including leaving her back door open for strudel. Jimmy Superfly Snuka was called out and was making eyes at the teacher. And The Rock said, Superfly, don't tell me. And the Superfly said, Brother Rock, Brother Mick, let me tell you something. The Superfly loves. And he got his desserts mixed up and he said, cake. So I'd share that with you.
All right.
Okay, back to you guys.
Hey, Mick Foley, everybody. Birthday TNA, huh? Thanks to our guests, Cornette, Sting, and the founder, Jarrett, and you keep staying strong.
So happy for these guys. They've probably never had a real world champion walk in their door before. You guys have been in business quite a while here, right?
About 21 years,
20
yeah.
years? I've been coming for 10.
Yeah.
In 21 years, you mind if I ask, and you guys can be honest with me, has a world champion ever walked through the door with his belt before?
You're the first and the only, Mick, as far as we're
Listen, you
concerned.
better just put that breakfast special on a roll, because that hungry man might weigh me down, and I'm weighed down with 10 extra pounds of gold,
I
if you know
hear
what
you
I mean.
already. I hear you. I don't
Okay.
want you to come in with another one on the other side. I don't want to weigh you down too much, you know?
Oh, hey, don't push me, all right? Only human. Oh, that's debatable.
Yeah.
What's your husband's name?
Same as Roland. Hold on one second.
Was it?
Roland.
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 Correct me if you're wrong. I want to make sure your wife's not getting her facts wrong, but she says you've been married 4 years,
Almost, yeah.
and she said during the course of those 4 years, no heavyweight champion has ever called before.
Not him.
This is awesome. Well, listen, I appreciate you giving me the chance to make you happy.
Women feel the same way, brother.
My wife included.
Got that going.
All right, yeah.
Good
All
job.
right. Neck's a little stiff from carrying all this gold. Jessica's gonna put me back in shape. Yeah. Definitely not easy being the champion. It's worth it. Oh man, it's like
Jesse,
Yep.
you are the best.
Thank
So
you.
getting ready to go, and there's a little something for you. It's a 20. There you go.
Oh, come on, Mick. Anybody can tell us it's a one.
What?
It's a $1 bill.
I'm making championship money now. That's for you.
Now that feel like a 20.
Well, multiply it by 5, and now we're talking business.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You are the
Thank
best,
you.
Jesse.
Okay. And who's this for?
You can just sign it.
Just sign it? All right. And I'm going to sign that. Just. There you go, brother. Okay. Oh, I back it away. Oh, no, you're not. You little vixen. Man, I'm trying to see if I have some photos, but the truth is, it would be a photo of me without this.
Oh, that's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
And you said you wanted a naked Polaroid?
You have a pen?
Oh, now, don't tell me.
I'm taking off again. Whoa! Could it possibly be this?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
10,000 goals will send this thing off.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's enough. Okay.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
buddy. Back.